Good morning, welcome to a Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Thursday the 28th of February. So, euro dollar, well, the ranges on the euro dollar remain pretty tight in terms of daily range. Average true range has really fallen down there and barely going. Now, looking at the 4-hourly chart here, however you look at it, there is a continued upward trend. It's so sluggish in terms of doing so, and very very whippy on its way each day. It sort of takes and gives back, or gives and takes back later, and yesterday was no exception. It rallied in the morning and sold off in the afternoon. It's rallying at the moment. Maybe we'll be seeing a sell-off later. It's whether or not that sell at the moment. We double topped yesterday. Didn't confirm a lower high, but it then pops a low lower than the previous low. But in the bigger picture of things, it's still sort of moving slightly to the more bullish side of things. From here, well, it's almost a throw of a coin as I look at this market. It really isn't defined apart from maybe post 8 o'clock. If it starts pushing up, we look for the long side, because it looks pretty much it could go either way. The pound, on the other hand, well, I don't know if you guys trading people yesterday listened to the video outlook, and I mentioned about the orders sitting above the prior highs, and well, they were well and truly swept away, given a nice long position. Now, where to today? Well, I was looking at the bigger picture on the pound and thinking, well, maybe at some point, with the strength that's there, it could push towards that weekly 200 at 36.08. It's quite a way at the moment, so we can't get too focused on that, but it may be an opportunity to buy on retracements. We've once again, for our room members, I will show some more details on this later, but once again, we've got buy orders sitting above us, support from buy orders, although there's still a blip, or there were some blips of actually it took out those net sell orders that were below through the session there, but there's still buy orders sitting above, which could draw price. So it could draw the price up there. The trends up fundamentally. We're slightly on the more bullish side. There's more and more comments of a no deal Brexit not being on the table almost, so that's just cheered the markets up beautifully. So the combination of the lot with the more positive data that's been out is seeing the pound go up. It is going up at quite a strong rate here though, so it could open up to, maybe with the divergence we're seeing here on the 4-hourly, to maybe a bit bigger correction. We'll see. So I won't just go buying the pound, but all I'm saying there is if we do start seeing the pound start breaking to the upside, well, there's potential up there. Bigger correction, if it does correct, well, it's maybe down to its daily S1, but it's got other moving averages in the way that, I say other, but it's got moving averages in the way to 60-50, 2 days since that got touched. We'll see. It's 4-hourly 21. It could come back down towards, and it certainly hasn't hit the 4-hourly 50 for a long time. That would probably, that would correct most of this week if it was to do that at the moment, and there's not a lot of reason why it would come quite that far down, but who knows what's going to be said. Okay, dollar yen. Dollar yen, well, yesterday pushed back up again. I must admit I thought it would roll over, but at one stage it looked either way, but it seems to be sitting in its continued push through here. It's not really showing a clear sign of which way it's going, and as I said yesterday, the points tally on this market is so thin in terms of what it's generally moving. It looks quite good on here, but it's not necessarily bigger moves. Yesterday was the biggest move we've seen for some time, really, but even so. Not massive moves at the moment. Well, would point towards potential upside, but anything can happen with this yen, and I'm not into day trading it today for sure. Aussie dollar looks soft here at the moment. From a dailies, it's not really got any trend left in it at the moment. It's just chopping along, looking a bit soft, consolidating around these numbers, and looks like it may want to break them at some point, but not totally clear. If it does, well, S1 could be on the table there, maybe even further back to that weekly pivot, but not at all clear. The Canadian dollar running one, then the next way, sold off yesterday to bounce in the afternoon. At the moment it's well, heading back up north. Already hit the daily pivot. Not totally clear in terms of again what's going to run into here. Looks at the moment like the R1's on target, but it's got choppy. And in the bigger picture of things here, I'd rather really be selling it back into resistance as opposed to be buying it if I was trading it. But it really rules out for itself for the day for me. So there we are. News-wise today, just to summarise what we've got here all day this morning. We've got German's inflation, CPI data coming out. Comes out from each state. Normally finish by just after midday. The 6 German states each report their own numbers. So these are the preliminary figures. I'm just checking it. We are on the prelims. It just seems like it was just yesterday when we had them all out. So, but there we are. It's the earlier number, so more likely to move the market if there's going to be some movement from those. Thereafter, FOMC member speaking at 1 p.m. Really little advanced GDP at 1:30. So maybe 1:30. Expect some movement there. There's I'm just reading. There's some special notes there. Let's just have a quick release date delayed by 28. Okay, so that's it's a late delay there because of the everywhere being shut down, the closures. So there we go. Advanced GDP at 1:30. The advanced GDP, that's a month or so late. There we go. Have a great one. Bye for now.